Hi everyone, it's me. I am back into semi-regular things, I guess, of some semblance of routine. Hello. My original plan for this week was to share some footage from me visiting the New York Renaissance Fair this past weekend. Unfortunately, my plan was that okay, I was there on Sunday and Monday, Labor Day weekend, so that was the only day that they're open on a Monday, but whatever. Anyway, my original plan was to be there on Sunday and just enjoy my time, not have to worry about anything, just enjoy myself. And then on Monday, I would take my camera around to film stuff. That was the day that I had more commitments to things, whether it was like I actually did compete in one of the Maraud games, which was a lot of fun. And there was a particular show that I wanted to catch because it was a brand new show that this person that I know was doing, which was great, by the way. But unfortunately, what happened was is that I probably should have switched those because honestly, uh, on Monday it on and off rained for like half the day, maybe most of the day, I don't know. But by the time the weather actually started getting better, it was already like over halfway through the day, and it was also while I was doing the game that I was competing in, so I couldn't exactly get to the car that I was like dropped off with my friends in and whatever, and yeah, and it also like I basically couldn't get to it, and I didn't think it would be worth it to go grab it. I'm sorry. I feel really bad about not having that for you, but also it's not the worst thing in the world because this was the first time I got to experience this fair as a patron instead of an employee. So that was a pretty cool experience to have, and I'm not always that great at the vlogging thing because even just recording videos like with sharing with friends or whatever, it's like I like experiencing shit. I don't like experiencing it through a lens all the time. I like to experience it with my eyes and with my own senses and my me myself and my person. Yeah, I have to remind myself that it's like, ooh, I wanted to share that with you guys too, and I keep forgetting like an idiot. So that's my bad, guys. I'm sorry. But it was a lot of fun, and I guess like the next best thing I can do is give you like a little bit of a rundown of like what we did. So like, I went up on Saturday after the live stream, like a little while after. I got some of my fair stuff. I have gotten that, and then I met up with my friends to go take the Metro North. We went up, and I slept over my friend's place. These are people I know from the Barbarian Guild I'm in. So we went up, and then Sunday I went because they had went to a fair the day before, which was Fantasy Saturday, and then we went on the Sunday for Steampunk Sunday, which was cool. I saw some pretty cool cosplays, and I also watched some of the scenario stuff. We have like our Robin Hood scenario, we have a nautical scenario. I paid a little bit more attention to the living chess matches because those were more interesting to me, and those were like the bigger fight choreography things. Excuse me. But those were a lot of fun. They were fun to watch, and I was happy to support my friends that were doing some pretty cool shit. Not gonna lie, some cool stuff. And one thing I will give credit for with the fight crew that's there is that all of the people involved have stage combat experience and are certified in different respects. Actually, one person I know has 7 out of 8 recommendations, and the only one he does not have recommendations for is single sword, I think, or small sword, one of those two. Which it's a thing with like the fight choreography. Like I can't remember the name of the Fight Directors Guild or something like that. But That to me suggests that he has a recommendation in firearms, which is fucking cool. And for theatrical purposes, not for like actual fighting. Although some of the people who are fighters have transitioned from fighting, and that's a whole other conversation of how that's actually kind of difficult if you have actual fighting experience. But that's another story. I also got to say hello to many of my friends at Fair and give them lots of hugs and shower them with love. And I got to actually hang out with my barbarian swarm and be a bunch of crazy, weird-ass lepers cheering on during barbarian games, which was fun. And again, I got to compete in one of them myself, which was neat. I was part of the Hooster Snatch, and basically my role in this pseudo-obstacle course sort of thing is that at the end of it, I was basically, as I describe it, I was yeeted over someone's shoulder and basically carried, like, across the finish line. Like, they snatched a hooster or a lady, I guess. I don't remember what hooster actually means. I think it means wife or something. I don't fucking remember. And me and the person who did that were this close to getting third, which was fucking cool. But I was just happy not to fall flat on my face, okay? Because I normally have anxiety about being carried over someone's shoulder. But the leader of our guild, or clan, if you will, our leper clan, by the way, basically gave us some tips and walked us through, like, what we can do and gave us some suggestions and also, like, how to do it safely. Because, honestly, safety first. And how to do it safely but efficient. And that was super helpful, and I got to practice it with this person who I literally just met that day, and we fucking killed it. Like, at least as far as our first hooster went, it was fucking cool. What was also really fun was that we had a kids clan, which was basically all of the kids that, like, some of the kids that, like, hang out in the Viking encampment, and also, like, their parents are in the barbarian games. And basically after the adults got their turn in most of these events, if not all of them, the kids got to jump in and give it a try. Like, we adapted it a little bit, but they got to participate somehow, and oh my god, cheering for a group of kids being barbarians was amazing. It was so fun, and you bet your ass I'm gonna give so much hype to kids doing things like that. Like, I'm gonna cheer the shit, like, for them. Like, I'm just gonna go nuts, and it's great. I wish I caught more of the independent acts, because those, like, they're great people, and it's stuff I would have loved to have seen, but it was also nice to just wander and meander about and not have, obligations that I'm being paid for. It was, I wasn't doing a job, and I got to enjoy this place as me, which was kind of nice. I didn't have to answer to anybody. I didn't have to, like, follow a specific schedule, like fair day after fair day, with a couple changes here and there, depending on, like, what the theme was. But it felt nice to just be myself there. And it was fun. That being said, I think I picked the right season to take a break because I needed it. And also with, like, it just seemed like with how it was there this year versus last year, at least from my understanding and what I've witnessed, it was good that I took a break. I mean, I really needed it anyway, but I picked a good time for a variety of reasons that I'm not going to get into because some of it's kind of personal and I gotta establish boundaries. If I find any, like, photos and videos that I would be allowed to share, I will happily love to do so. I'll see what I can do about that. I don't want to promise anything, but on the off chance that I am there again before this season is done, I will actually do the thing that I was going to do and get footage and, yeah, share it with you guys because, you know, I kind of owe you one at this point. Sort of. At least I feel like I do. Yeah. And to give a little bit of context of what this guild I'm part of is, basically the fair, like Renaissance Fair life has like these guilds that you can join. It's basically like a club. Some have membership fees that you pay once, and you become a lifetime member, or I don't know how every guild does it, but at least the one I did, it was a one-time payment for a lifelong membership. The only downside is that for like the test of strength and like certain Marauder games, you still have to pay like the individual place that they're doing it at to participate, which I think I get it. But you know, it's a little bit of a bummer, but whatever. And yeah, you get like a guild pin, and then whatever else happens. Like with us, we are Clan Rancid, and essentially it started off as like one of my friends on cast started this clan like of lepers from his character and doing a pub crawl. 5 years ago, he had this idea with a couple other people, I think, and 5 years later, it exploded with how many members there are, and, you know, a lot of them are really fucking good people. Or at least, you know, they try to be good people, you know? And we look out for each other. Basically, it's like having another family. And we do weird shit. Some people get really drunk, but respectfully have a good time. And we look out for each other. As in, you know, much like an example, the people who I got to spend the weekend with, like, they let me stay at their place, they helped me cover costs for transportation, and which I will pay them back for, and also they helped me get tickets to get in, which, thank you so much, guys, for that. And I spent time with some pretty cool people. So, you know, it was a win in many respects. And every guild is going to be a little bit different, obviously, but I'm happy with what I chose. And I know it seems like it's the one that everybody on cast wants to join because, you know, all your friends are there, but there's a reason why this one grows, because we're just, you know, we just want to have fun and, you know, have a gaggle of fucking weirdos to hang out with and whatever. And it's nice. So, you know, why not surround yourself with good supportive people if you can? And basically during the theme weekends, like, we have Time Travelers Weekend, I guess, at this fair, and one of those days is Barbarian Monday, which is the Labor Day, and the only Monday they're open in the season. And the 2 days, like, that Sunday and Monday, there's like barbarian games. Like, there's the axe throwing, archery, test of strength, but there's also like an obstacle course. I did the Hooster Snatch. There's like a few other things that you can do, and it's a lot of fun. It's fun to watch, and it's fun to just cheer for everybody, whether they're in your group or not. But, you know, we're trying our best, we're having fun. That's really the important part. And that's what we want. At least I certainly got a lot out of it because I had a fucking blast. But yeah, that was my weekend. I definitely felt massively tired afterwards. Like the day after, I was like, I need a break. I need to recharge. And I'm excited to, like, I don't know, do things. I really have no idea. I'm just trying to see what my school year schedule looks like. Not that I'm going to school, it's for my rent-paying job. And I may or may not get to do a little babysitting on the side. I don't know. But of course, like, I'm going back to more or less a regular stream schedule. I changed the time for Saturday just to be an hour earlier because I think that fits a little bit better. But, yep, I'm gonna go back to Saturdays and Sundays live streaming. And random ones if I am inclined. And yeah. And as usual, hope you are all doing well yourselves, and I hope you're all having, you know, well, having a good time, obviously, but, or at the very least, doing your best. Sometimes that's all you can ask for. And, yeah, we'll see what the future holds for all of us. Those of you who are starting school, best of luck to you. Break legs, as actors would say. And there's a bunch of other, ways to wish luck, but I don't know what would be the most appropriate, except, best of luck to you all. And, hope the school year is not too stressful for you. I hope it's, good things happen, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone!